Hello, all the people. It's me, Craigie B. Today is Monday, March 17th, 2025. It is day 17 of MS Awareness Month, multiple sclerosis, with which I was diagnosed in 2019. Um, Caused major shifts in my life and many adjustments. And one thing I can say that's living with MS is that every day is different. There are adjustments being made, needing to be made every single day. And one thing I chose not to do the year I was diagnosed in 2019 was not to join any MS support groups, not to talk to anybody else that had MS. My reasons for that were that I did not want to pick up any preconceived ideas or limiting beliefs about what the future might hold for me. And I'm really glad that I did that. I only began joining MS support groups this year, 2025, and talking to other people living and working with the condition. And one thing I can say is that the journey is different for everybody, and it is the challenges that everybody faced are individual to each and every one of us that live with the condition. And one of the big reasons for that is that the lesions that occur in the brain and the spine can occur in different parts of the brain and the spine, and also they can come in different shapes and sizes. So the lesions can also be referred to as scars. And the other thing is that new ones can appear at any given time. So the effects, the symptoms that display as a result of this damage that's occurring can cause all sorts of different outcomes and symptoms. So the challenges are real, yet they're often invisible to others. And one of the things that I've learned during my time this year, now that I've begun talking to others living and working with MS, is that um, many of the sufferers feel misunderstood or not understood at all. And one of the things I've learned is that some of the things that people say, the everyday things that people say, that are kind of um, platitudes, the kind of things that people say to everybody in their daily lives, can come across as unfeeling and inconsiderate and sometimes even rude. And so, if you know anybody that has an MS diagnosis, just stop and think before you say your everyday things that you say to everybody every single day. Just stop and have a little think, because these everyday things, the throwaway comments, they can be a lot more hurtful than you might imagine if you don't. If you haven't lived with the condition, one of the most infuriating phrases that I've noticed people living with MS have complained about is people who say, "I know how you feel," and the, there are so many people living with MS who just really cannot stand it when people say that. It really hurts. So don't be a nincompoop. Stop and think about what you're saying to people. There's lots and lots of people living with the condition. So just be careful what you say. Don't just blurt out your everyday stuff. Um, just stop and think. So, um, one of the things that I have encountered talking to other people living and working with MS is that whilst for all of us, and I'm talking about everybody generally, none of us know what the future holds. One of the things that people living and working with MS face is the this challenge that they feel every day, like they're clinging on to their jobs, their work, because MS is known to be a degenerative disease, a degenerative condition, and there are people who are every day noticing degradation in their motor skills, their abilities, and this fear that they may not be able to hang on to their jobs they love for very much longer. It's constantly in their thoughts and worries and concerns. So just show a bit of compassion when you can. All our lives are busy, and we're often all so engrossed in our own things, what we're doing. Just if you know someone living with MS, just stop and think. Be careful what you say. Don't be an nincompoop. Today has been day 17 of MS Awareness Month, and I will speak to you again real soon. Bye. Speak.